So the name of my presentation is Between Appropriation and Circumvention to Reception of Digital Badges by Employment Policy Actors. So let me introduce myself. My name is Kévin Moisan. I'm doing a PhD in sociology at the University of Paris-Saclay. And I'm working half of my time in association and the other half in university then. So to give you some context element, I'm working in a small association which is following 440 people, and we try to support them and to help them because in a socio-professional approach, and it's very particular because this project is happening in the southeast of a rural department in the French metropolitan area, and it's very specific because it's a rural area, so we put in place a bus to create space in there, because there is no such thing like Pôle emploi, mission locale. There is no employment structure for people. So this is why we use a bus, and this bus, in order to reaching out the people out there, and to give you some element about my methodology. So I'm an on-board evaluator. So I have a double hat. I'm a researcher and I'm employee of an association. And this is why I'm going to talk about today about my specific position as an embodied sociologist and my double hat, because I will introduce you now what is specifically to Combo 77, Combo 77 open badges. So we are offering 5 badges. So my asset, digital skills, adaptability, respect, and positive attitude. So every badge is associated with a series of criteria, and they are evaluated by the trainer and or the social worker. We are using a specific grid that we make together with we are also using clear skills. So we awarded open badges following a committee with social workers, and now for now we put in place our badges since close to 1 year and a half, and we already delivered 160 badges. So, like Serge told us before, I already made a presentation last year, but last year it was a presentation about how we are putting in place open badge. Now we are 1 year after. We already have some feedback, so we can take experience of this. And today I will try to see with you how our open badges received by the various stakeholders who resolve around the system for the long-term unemployment people. And can we talk about appropriation by the beneficiaries and the social worker, and also by the local recruiters? So I will propose you a plan of 3 parts. So I made several interviews with different kind of actors during my study. So today I will begin by the beneficiaries' point of view, because the idea behind the project of Combo 77 was to allow the 440 people who are following to have badges and to have a specific kind of accompaniment with collective time, and also with individual time. in order to give them confidence. So this is what we can see from the extract of interview. And we can see that people are try to have confidence because we put in place open badge in order to make empowerment and in order to give them ability to act. So this is my main approach, and we can also take about the gamification aspect because it produces some kind of virtuous cycle. In fact, by making the technology more interactive, those supported are encouraged to adopt the desired behavior. And the results show that it's also help people to create positive identity, and they are strengthening individual confidence. So it's also important to say it. So furthermore, it's important to note that on my on-board evaluation as a researcher participant, it allows me to report an inequality in access to digital tools. In fact, only half of the people who are supported by Combo have access to a computer at home, which is a figure lower than the national average, around 93%. In order not to exclude learners from digital tools, we have set up specific workshops with the aim of supporting learners who do not feel comfortable with these new digital tools, so as not to reinforce the phenomenon of digital divide. So on the other hand, we are going to speak about how the social workers are appropriating these tools. So we can say that digital badges respond to a need in terms of renewing practices for the integration of vulnerable groups into the labor market by supporting social workers and support professionals in a process of continuing training while throughout life. So, however, the introduction of new tools was the subject of some resistance of changement because people sometimes don't. From the interview, we can say that they are not. They need time to create co-construction, so they need to be associated to the project, and you can't put in place an open badge from the top. You need to come. It comes from the bottom. So it's very important to say that in this condition, people need to be associated in the discussion, and the representatives prioritize the time spent with the recipient, with the people they are following, rather than the use of new digital tools, because it's supposed to promote entry into long-term employment. But the social worker their fear is the greater workload that could fall on them, and this is, in my opinion, why we can observe some kind of underuse of this tool, because people need time to take it. So on the other hand, we need negotiation with work collectives and arrangement for organizational learning in order to build the formation of a community of practice. So we can say that the digital tools offer a means of evaluation, but also of feedback. So the social worker can see the progression of the people who are accompanied, and we can say that the open badge allow integration advisors to get feedback on the person's progress in their journey. Indeed, the badge are consistent with the remobilization process and can therefore constitute milestones and indicators. Now we are going to see about the recruiters, the third part. So recruiter can use digital badges as initial screening criteria when screening candidates. This simplifies the process of sorting application. Indeed, experience cannot be summarized as what happened to us. It corresponds to what we do with what we experience and how to learn from it. So the deployment of digital badges in combo and the exchanges with a local employer that this entails, in particular to raise needs in terms of skills, as promoted logic of adjustment of people to the expectation of employers and the need of employment area of territories. So the interviews carried out with local employers made it possible to highlight the needs in terms of mobility specific to the problem of Seine-et-Marne in a context of hyper-territorialization of the labor market. By emphasizing soft skills and adapting recruitment process to mobility constraints, these innovative tools contribute to a more inclusive and effective approach to recruitment. Okay, so to finish this intervention, we are now at the general conclusion, and we can say that the open badge are very interesting on two aspects, on two boards, because they are the open badge can play at two levels, from the level of a social worker, so they can upgrade their skills, and on the other hand, it's helping people with what told us before the colleague from the Réunion, because there is a big problem of literacy. So in order to fight against illiteracy that we can lead as a part of the deployment of digital badges is today a major issue for democracy, particularly because now to access to your right, you need to get used of the digital tools, because in French, if there is digitalization of the administrative part, like the digitalization of asylum application, the tax declaration, etc. So you need digital every day. So indeed, in this context of the growing use of digital tools in the administrative sphere and in a job search, it's essential to support users in the transformation. So I think that's all for me today, and I would like to thank you for your time.
Are there any questions in the public for Kévin? Une question? One question? Pas de question? Mr. Ravet?
Just to be clear, the badges were used for the social workers and for the people they're working with, or just for the social workers, or just for the people.
Yes. So the badge are using for the people who are followed by the social worker, but they are not used by the social worker. But the social worker are trained to use the badge. So in this way, they are being upgraded. They have new skills, because when they learn to use open badge, they can have more competencies, but mainly it's for the beneficiaries.
It's for the people they serve.
Mm-hmm.
But so they develop new skills.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But are these skills visible with badges? Not yet.
Not yet, but in the future, yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So thank you very much, Kévin.
Thank you.
Kévin, merci.